Good morning, I'm Nivareti Manu, and this is your morning news fix for Thursday, 18th of June. In this update, Donald Trump is warning the US will return to bombing Iran if the next phase of talks collapses. The US and Iran are preparing to formally sign a memorandum of understanding in Switzerland that would kickstart a 60-day negotiation window. But the US president says the agreement is not finalised yet. Speaking at the G7 summit, Trump says the US could continue bombing Iran for the next 2 years if it needs to. Trump says he expects Iran will sign on, and if it doesn't, the US will start the process again. We'll learn today how well the economy was recovering before the impacts of war in Iran really kicked in. Stats NZ is releasing the latest quarterly GDP data at 10:45. Economists expect it'll show the economy grew between 0.7 and 1% in the March quarter, which would be the third consecutive quarter of growth after last year's downturn. It's likely to have shrunk again in the June quarter due to the flow-on effects of the war and the fuel crisis. Job ads are on the rise, but people are having to compete harder for every job. Latest data from job platform Seek shows job ads have risen 12.2% in the past year and 0.3% in the past month. Applications per job are up 0.6% in the past month. Labor suggested the government's out of touch with the challenges beneficiaries face trying to lock down a job. Social Development Minister Louise Upston wants to slash the number of people on JobSeeker to 140,000 by 2030. But Labour's Social Development spokesperson Willow Jean Prime says we're on track to miss this target by more than 60,000 people. She says the measures the government has put in place are punitive and are not working. A grieving mother is desperately seeking answers about her missing daughter, Rowena Walker, last seen alive in Christchurch's Burwood 10 months ago. Walker, who would have been 40 yesterday, is presumed dead and is believed to be the victim of foul play. Her partner is the last person verified to have seen her alive but won't speak to police. Detective Senior Sergeant Joe Carolyn says Walker's mother is beside herself and needs answers, and no mother should have to face this reality. A decision will be made today on the future of Wellington's highly controversial Golden Mile project. The council's recommending councillors vote to not continue with the latest CBD upgrade plan after the cost ballooned from $139 million to $220 million. The Auditor General's office recently barred Councillor Karl Tiefenbacher from taking part in the vote, citing his business ownership as a conflict of interest. In sport, England's bowlers have had the better of the Black Caps on day one of their second cricket test at the Oval. Queensland have forced the State of Origin League series into a Game 3 decider with a 44-24 victory over New South Wales and Melbourne. And former Wellington Phoenix coach Giancarlo Italiano has been appointed new head coach of Hong Kong football club Lee Man. I'm Nivareti Manu, and that's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at midday from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.